Hey guys, it is Alexis. I am back with a what to do when you are bored video. I don't know about you, but I'm super happy that it is summer, but I think boredom sometimes overcomes the fact that you have no school. Like some days I really wish that I was in school and not suffering through the horror of boredom. So this video will help you not be bored hopefully at all. But yeah, stay tuned if you don't want to be bored anymore. The first thing you could do when you're bored, anyone can do, honestly, you're bored. You could play around with makeup. You can get a foundation that's 10 shades too dark. You could get a concealer that's 10 shades too light. You could get some black eyeshadow and pack that on your eyes all the way up to the freaking brow bone. You can do whatever you want. You can have fun with the makeup. You can take some pictures and you can show it to your kids when you're older and tell them that was the time that I turned into a raccoon. It's a lot of fun, really funny. You can do it by yourself. You could do it with a friend. I like it. I've done that before. It's a lot of fun. One time me and my friend got some red lipstick and we put it all over our face. We put like hearts on our forehead. We put it all over our eyelid, and this was red lipstick. Like this was as red can be. We made ourselves look like Miranda sings with the lips, and we made ourselves look like little dolls with the it was lipstick on our cheeks. So funny, a lot of fun. So I really hope y'all liked that first one, and we will move on to the next thing that you could do when you are bored. The second thing that you could do when you are bored is have a photo shoot. If you normally wear like a t-shirt and shorts, you can put on a dress and dress up as if you're going to prom, and put on makeup and make yourself pamper yourself and make yourself look like a freaking princess and make you feel like a princess. It's really a win-win, super fun, keeps you from being bored. Couldn't find the word there, but yeah, that is overall a really fun thing to do in my opinion. I always do this with my friends when we're like really bored. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, moving on to the third thing that you can do when you are bored. The third thing that you could do when you are bored is invent a board game. I actually made this board game in December over Christmas break when I was having a sleepover with one of my friends in Austin, Texas. And we stayed up all night making this board game because this is basically a remake of Monopoly, and having to make all that money, all those community I changed up the name from community chest to community support, and have to make all those chance cards. It's a pain in the bootay and takes forever, but it's still a lot of fun, guys. And yesterday I tried filming this, but the quality came out horrible. But whenever I was showing y'all this board game, I found $5 in here, and it was a pretty lit day for me, even though it's still here on my dresser buried under all this because, you know, I put stuff down and it usually stays there for months. But I'm going to show y'all this board game, and y'all didn't get it, the shot came out really bad. Y'all didn't really get to see the board game very well. So you basically just make the game that you want. I'm going to lift this up. I hope y'all can see this. Whoa, what is on here? Oh, that's covering it. This is upside down. So this is the board game. This is obviously basically a remake of Monopoly, but it is called Resorts. So I basically looked up a whole bunch of, okay, sorry, I was having some confusion. So I basically just looked up online a whole bunch of really expensive luxury resorts, and I started from the least expensive of those luxury resorts, going all the way up to really expensive resorts that only people like Kim Kardashian could stay at. So it was really fun from the research to all of it, and I made some little decorations of some palm trees. The chance layout was basically a beach with a palm tree, lots of palm trees in this, and the community support and chance, and instead of free parking, I did win the lottery. It was really lit and it was really fun. I didn't get tired. It was Obviously, it just depends on the person, but I thought it was a lot of fun making. You can just get some saran wrap and just wrap it around the paper to make it look a little more professional and plasticky, like, you know, like the actual board games. So I made all the pieces, but I'm not going to show you all that because that would take forever. But yeah, y'all get the gist of it. And something you could do in your board is to play board games. You could make up your own, remake an already made board game. You could customize a board game that's already made. So yeah, this is really, again, a very flexible thing to do, and you could turn it into whatever you want. So now moving on to the fourth thing that you could do. The fourth thing that you could do when you're bored is to have a DIY spa night. Spas are so freaking expensive. Like a really good massage and pampering costs like $100 if you go to one of those commercial places. But there are hundreds of videos on YouTube, here on YouTube, of DIY spa stuff. I know my favorite scrub that I'm not sure if this is on YouTube, but I'm sure it is. My favorite body scrub is if you get sugar, any kind of oil. I used coconut oil or almond oil, whichever one I feel like that day. You could use avocado oil, whatever oil suits you. And you get some peppermint essential oil or some peppermint extract, and you just pour it in there, and it adds that cooling peppermint sensation to really give you the sensation that you are in a spa. So yeah, that is kind of like one of the things you could do on your DIY spa night, but there are so many. There are so many more that you could just look it up if you're like really interested. Like, just look it up on YouTube. If y'all want me to do a video, just ask. So yeah, let's just carry on because that is a lot of rambling. The fifth thing that you could do when you are bored is to film a cooking show. I love cooking. I don't cook that often, and I don't know if I'm very good at it because I obviously don't cook that often. But cooking, whenever I do cook, it is a lot of fun. And why not act like you're one of those famous cooks that are on like those TV shows and film yourself cooking. Act like you're one of those famous cooks, explaining it to the audience as if you're about to make thousands of dollars doing it, but in reality, you're just gonna eat it. That is, in my opinion, as great as winning $1,000 from filming a cooking show. So yeah, you get a win-win. It's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of time. It usually takes about, depending on how big the meal is, it could take about 30 minutes. It could take an hour. If you're making an appetizer, entree, and dessert, it could probably take 2 hours. It just depends on what you are cooking. So next thing that you could, oh my lord, the next thing that you could do when you are bored is, the sixth thing that you could do when you are bored is film a newscast. How you would do this is you would type up what's going on in your life, gossip, drama, things that have happened in your life. Let's say you ran into your crush at the grocery store or something like that. Anything, like it could be like, you could turn it into like a video diary. Like you film it, kind of like Good Luck Charlie. Anyone remember that show? Because I do. But you just film it, keep it. You can watch it when you're older. I have a box under my bed. I started writing in 6th grade. I started writing letters to my future self, and I even wrote a letter about my 6th grade crush. And oh my god, I read it the other day and it was freaking amazing. Except this one would be in video form, be a lot of fun. You can read it 2 years later. You can read it 4 years later. You could read it 60 years later. It's just an all-around fun thing to do, and I really strongly recommend it. So the seventh thing that you could do when you are bored is write your own song. I used to write songs when I was younger all the time. I even performed one of my original songs with my friend we both wrote the song together at my 4th grade concert. I think every girl when they were younger either wanted to be an actress, model, or a singer. I think everyone wanted to, every child's dream, because you get paid millions of dollars, everyone would love you. That would be living the dream for a child. Whew. I obviously grew out of that, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of have a throwback. You can make it a ridiculous song, you can make it a serious song, and you never know if it was really good. You can maybe go to a record label and perform it. Like, you might even get an album. So that's just a suggestion. So I hope y'all enjoyed that idea, and now moving on to the next idea. 8th thing that you could do when you are bored is to cook for your family. I know your family will really appreciate it. Goes back to the cooking factor that it usually takes a long time, a lot of fun, and the rule in my house is if you cook the meal, you don't have to do the dishes, but if you didn't cook the meal, you have to do the dishes. So why not cook dinner, have some fun with it, and not have to do the dishes afterward if you have that rule, but if you don't have that rule, then never mind, but you can just enjoy cooking. But yeah, so that would be a lot of fun, going back to the cooking idea. So now moving on to the next. The 9th thing that you could do when you are bored is make a collage out of magazines. They could be old magazines, they could be new magazines. I don't like reading magazines because they are filled with ads. Like, they have stuff on the cover and then like it never talks about that, or it talks about it for maybe a paragraph and then it's done. So I don't really like magazines, but I do like some of the photos in the magazines, like makeup ads, my favorite models, my favorite actresses, my favorite singers. It all sounds like so much fun. While like to just cut it all out and make a huge collage out of poster board, hang it onto one of your walls in your room. You can make like a yearly thing. You could make a gallery wall, make one poster out of old magazines or new magazines every year, and then make after a few years it'll be like a gallery wall. That would be really cool. I just thought of something. But I hope y'all again enjoyed that one, and now moving on to the next fun thing that you could do. The 10th thing that you could do when you are bored is to make a bucket list. I love making bucket lists. I've made about 10, but I've lost every single one of them. So this one I decided to put in something that I know I wouldn't lose. But making bucket lists are so much fun if you're being held back because you don't know what to put on your bucket list. Just look up 1,000 things to do before you die, and this dude literally made a list of 1,000 things that you should do before you die, aka a bucket list. And what he has on there is stuff that you didn't even know exists. There's something, I don't know what it was called, but I had no idea what it was, and I had to look up the definition to figure out what it was, and it was a lot of fun. It sounded a lot of fun. So just explore on an electronic, explore what you could do in the world. And it's really a nice thing to do because when you're like 80, you could look on your bucket list and there's something that you could do. And where was I going with that? I don't even know where I was going with that. But make a bucket list. It could be a lot of fun. 11th thing that you could do when you are bored is to bake. I know it's kind of similar to cooking, but I think it's a little more fun than cooking. Because, making cupcakes, making pastries, making cakes, a lot of fun, and they don't have to be like the normal chocolate, vanilla, white cake, red velvet cake. They could be things like chocolate bourbon cake with pecan pie filling. They could be lemon blueberry cupcakes. They could be French toast cupcakes. They could, they could be, what was a good one? A chocolate cupcake with raspberry filling. There's endless possibilities of things you could do. You could do churro cupcakes. Like, why not? Like, it all sounds so friggin' delicious, and it's out of the ordinary. You could sell it. My friend had a bake sale, and she earned about $250 off of it. So yeah, if you're looking for something to earn money off of, that is definitely something that you could do. So the 13th thing that you could do when you are bored is do some research on subjects that interest you. I know that this could be kind of something that a lot of people would be like, ew, 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 and ew. But I love doing research on subjects that interest me. I did one, what did I do? I did research on resorts because I want to own a resort when I'm older. And I actually planned out my whole resort one day. It was a lot of fun, guys. I still have those plans, but I don't know where they are. But that is a really fun idea. If you don't like it, I can kind of understand it, but I understand that there's probably going to be a lot of people that would like to do that as well. The 14th thing that you could do when you're bored is plan a business. I I've probably owned about 10 to 15 businesses in my whole life, because if there's anything I love doing, it's earning money. And I usually earn a good amount of money doing that. I started a business with my friend one time. It died. But we earned a lot of money off of it. But it's really fun to just plan a business. It could be a business that you could start today. It could be a business that you're going to start when you're out of college. Because when you're owning a business, you basically own it. Like, you can pick who's hired. You can pick what goes on. You can pick the work times. Like, it's literally all up to you. It's a lot of fun to plan. Like I said, I planned my whole resort one day. It was a lot of fun. The prices and everything. But yeah, I like that idea. I hope y'all do too. 15th thing that you could do when you're bored is create and design a website. I love designing websites. I created a website off of Weebly. That's a really good free website template thing. You can customize it. You can use a template. You could turn it into a blog. Oh, that's my 16th thing you can do. You can make a blog. But creating and designing a website, a lot of fun. You could literally just design it. Like, you don't have to do anything with it. Just design it. It's a lot of fun. I've done it multiple times before. Very entertaining. And I usually actually forget the website password and I don't get back in. But I loved it because I love designing it, and I've done it so many times, and I haven't even gotten back on any of them. There's literally probably 20 websites that are never going to get used in the history of the internet. But so the 16th thing, blogging, starting a blog is a great way to connect with people. You can make new friends. It's you just connect. You can post whatever you want, and I think overall it's a really fun and great thing. The 17th thing that you could do when you're bored is take pictures. I know Samsung and the iPhone have really stepped up their game. I don't know about the other phones because none of my family members have any of those other phones. They only have iPhones and Samsungs. But I know they have really stepped up their game when it comes to the camera quality. And if you don't have an Nikon or a Canon, your phone will probably work just fine. 18th thing that you could do when you are bored is create a scrapbook. I, for one, have a mom that loves taking photos. So for me, creating a scrapbook will be no problem at all. She especially loves taking pictures of the bluebonnets when spring comes around. And it is literally the most annoying thing of life because I have to get out of the car and go stand in the bluebonnets and take pictures with the bluebonnets. Every single time she sees a patch of bluebonnets. It is annoying AF. But if I'm bored, I guess those family photos will come in handy. The 19th thing that you could do when you are bored is dance in your room. I'm pretty sure this is the reason why girls are late all of the time, because you're listening to music while you're getting ready and then your jam comes on and then everything about reality disappears and all you can focus on is that song, and you literally just jam out and then you're and then you end up 20 minutes late. That's just what happens. But that's happened to me so many times. One time on a school morning, my mom hired someone to take me to school because my mom had work. And I was listening to music and I didn't realize I was listening to 5 different songs, and that took 15 minutes. And she honks the horn when she gets there, and I still had my PJs on. I was halfway done with this eye's eyeliner. I hadn't done mascara. I still had to do this eyeliner. I didn't do mascara. I still hadn't picked out my outfit. I did brush my teeth, and I got and I got my breakfast, but I did not brush my hair. She honked the horn saying she was there. Whew. Oh my god, I have never had such an adrenaline rush in my life. I wiped off the eyeliner and the eyeshadow that I had on. I just put on mascara. I threw on some clothes, any clothes that I could find, and I did not brush my hair. I put my hair up in a bun, and I do that every day because I run late every day. If you go to my school, that's the reason why I'm wearing a bun 90% of the time. But yeah, I really like that idea, dancing I carried away with that idea. Oh my god. Dancing in your room, so much fun. Really keeps you from being bored. It's practically impossible to be bored while listening to music. Like, it's just as simple as that. You can even listen to music. Forget the dancing. If you suck at dancing, like me, you could just dance. Like, it's greatness. So that is that idea, and now moving on to the last idea of what you can do when you're bored. Last thing that I have for y'all today to do when you're bored is to sit, I don't know, it kind of depends on what mood you're in. Is to get your favorite drink. I can do a DIY summer drink video if y'all want me to, because I have a whole bunch of recipes. But you get your favorite drink and sit by your window and just enjoy nature. You could go sit outside and enjoy it. You can go to like your nearest park or whatever. I don't know. It kind of depends. It kind of depends on the mood you're in. But there are some days where I literally all I want to do is go outside and hug a freaking tree. Like, that's me some days. So kind of depends on the day, but I think this would be a lot. So that was it for this video. I hope y'all really enjoyed this video, and if you want to, you can give this video a thumbs up, and also if you want to, you could subscribe to this channel. But I really do hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all stay tuned for the next video. Bye. The third thing